Hello, and welcome to a video of Crafting with Kalita. I purchased this sign at Goodwill. It's a Halloween sign, of course. And what I'm doing is I'm removing these like homemade type Halloween design cutouts that's on the sign. I'm not going to repurpose these cutouts. I'm going to discard them, throw them in the trash. And they are attached using some hot glue. So I'm taking a knife and just peeling away at the hot glue to kind of be able to just rip them off. And excuse me, and please forgive me, everyone. I have a cold. I took all these precautions not to get sick, and I end up getting sick. So just my luck. But I'm removing also the hot glue that is affixed to the sign as well. So let's get the items removed. Okay, so now all the little items are removed. I'm taking this 120 sandpaper. It's for smoothing and finishing and just going around this picture for any rough spots I see or feel. And also it'll make the paint that I'm going to use to adhere to the sign. The paint I'm using, as you can see that I am extremely low on, is some Dollar Tree Crafting black chalk paint. I cannot remember the name of it right now, but it's just the regular small bottle of black chalk paint that you find at Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this whole entire sign, even the piece in the middle, black. that I have this side painted black, I am going to remove this metal piece in the middle. It's just not, I'm not feeling it. It's not speaking to me. When you're crafting, hopefully when you are finding things that give you inspiration and creativity, and this metal sign in the middle is just not the vibe that I'm looking for. So I went on ahead and removed that. And again, I'm using the sanding 120 sanding paper for smoothing and finishing, just to even out those holes that the sign was affixed to. Now the metal piece has been removed. I am not enjoying this paint color. I really want this to have a more store-bought finish type look. So I am going to use this acrylic paint here. I purchased this from a store called Crazy Deals that sells Amazon overstock, customer returns, or items the customer has not picked up. But they sell a lot of Amazon products that you can go to the Amazon website to buy. And on the day that I purchased this paint, it was their $3 day. So I purchased this for $3, and it is a full gallon of black acrylic paint. When I looked this item up on the Amazon website, this paint goes for $44, brand new. So yeah, I will have paint for days. I have never used this paint, so I decided to try it out on this sign to see if it would give that store-bought finish look. And upon applying it, I do see that it does give that look. I don't know if it's because that I previously painted this sign with black chalk paint on majority of it, but I am enjoying the way that the finish look is on this sign. It does give it a more modern take, I guess, per se. I don't know. I just like it. And that's part of crafting. Whatever speaks to you, speaks to you. Whatever you like is what you like. No one has to tell you anything different, and you don't have to do everything the way I did it. You do it to what your taste is and what vibes with you, what speaks to you. I'm just here for inspiration and just showing you that you can be creative with just about anything that brings you that harmony and peace in your life. So even though I'm painting this sign, I am going to use it for a future project, not for this one, not this time around. Now I'm close to the end of finishing this black, adding the black paint. I really love how this came out. She's beautiful. So these are some wooden package Christmas decor. You can use these for like if you're wrapping gifts, and you can just add them to, you know, the bowls or whatever you wrap the gifts with. I decided to use those, of course, for some crafting purposes. So you get two of each, two Mary and two Joy, and they are wood cutouts. I decided to go with the word Mary, and I'm trying to figure out what would be a good fit. I was thinking maybe this gingerbread house, but it's not meshing well with the Mary to me. And this gingerbread house was purchased from Dollar Tree as well. So I don't know. I am still trying to figure out what would be a good fit for this sign. So the Mary wood cutout that I am going to go with this sign, I wanted to have like a stained look. So what I did was, with this little bowl, I added a little bit of water in there. I didn't measure it out. I kind of just eyeballed how much water I wanted to have in the bowl. And I added maybe like a few drops of this paint. And off the camera, I am kind of stirring that up. As you can see, it gives like this Nestle Quit milk chocolate look. And I wanted to have this stained look, but not that it was just so stained. So I am just taking this. This is like one of those foam type paint roller brushes that you can paint with. So I just decided to spongy like, not foam, excuse me, spongy like. So now that I'm adding that with the sponge roller, paint roller, it's not giving that desired stain look that I really want. So I am thinking of, do I need to add more water, or I don't know. So I decided just to go ahead and add some of the paint itself and just take the wet side of the sponge that I had dipped in there. And yeah, this came out the way I wanted to have, just a nice stain look that is not too deep and dark. It's just to kind of give it a more finished look versus just that complete light wood cutout look. So, yeah, this is what I was going for. You know, sometimes you have to improvise. You make mistakes. Things don't work out, but it's all right. So now that I have my Mary sign painted and stained, I'm just sending this off to the side to kind of let it dry some. And cutting its tag off because that will not be part of my decor project, or I don't know. It is so tiresome trying to come up with so many words to explain what it is I was thinking at that moment. But you get what I'm saying. I mean, you know what I was trying to do. You can see it for yourself. I mean, the proof is in the pudding right here. But now looking at my Mary sign, I think I should have tackled the bottom a little more where the Y is looping and add some more paint. So I did, as you can see, decided to go back and do that. Wow, that's amazing, me looking at this video and thinking I should have did that. And yeah, it came out. I'm pretty stoked about creating that Mary, that stain look for Mary. The word Mary. You can find so many other DIYers and crafters, and they come up with some great things. Now I'm going to use one of these wood blocks that I got from Dollar Tree as well. It's like little Jenga wood blocks or something that you can stack, and it comes in a box. You can get it in the toy section. That's where I found these little kind of block things in the toy section at Dollar Tree. But what I'm doing is I'm giving that same stain look because what I decided is I want the items that I'm going to add to this project to look like that they're sitting or standing, or not standing, but sitting away from the wood sign per se, kind of sticking out. I don't know the correct terminology to use. Free floating. I don't know. I just did not want to adhere those items directly to the wood sign. Now, these are some signs that I purchased from Dollar Tree, I think a couple of years ago. And I never knew what I wanted to do with them until now. So I did decide to use those in this project. Now, as you can see, I am taking the Mary word or the Mary wood cutout and adjusting it to kind of how I want it to sit on the sign. Okay, so now that I have the signs that I want to use, I'm taking some more of those wood blocks and hot gluing them to the back of the signs. I'm not putting these wood blocks flush to the top of the sign because I want it to have a more like it's free flowing look. And when I adhere the sign, these reindeer signs to the actual wood sign, I don't want those blocks to be visible. So that's the reason why I just kind of adhere them to the middle, close to the middle, or not directly to the edge. So just hot gluing the last block to the sign. And now, and one great thing I will say is that it adheres quickly. It sticks quickly. So there's no wait time. So I'm kind of eyeballing of how I want it to look and just eyeballing to see if I like these signs with the wood sign that I currently have. Now I'm taking this leveler that I bought from Dollar Tree a while back. And the reason why I'm using this is I want it to have a flush look, for things to be straight, even. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I am going to take a marker and I am going to mark off at the bottom of the sign. So that way, when I get ready to hot glue the actual reindeer signs to the wood sign, I would know where to place them. And that way they will be even. And one will not be higher than the other. So, and as you can see the lines that were made on the sign. So those are my guidelines to say this is where I need to place this bottom wood block when I get ready to affix them. Okay, now that I have those lines added, I am going to go ahead and hot glue the reindeer signs to the wood signs, and I am making sure to see that guideline that I have and that the items are affixed to that. So, and I am definitely taking my time with this here. So, as you can see there, that was the best idea to me, was to make sure to have a marking of a guideline of where I need to place this. Some people might eyeball it, but I really want this to have a more store-bought finished look. So we have some little hot glue spider webs, but we have clean up at the end. And there we go. Get it nice and kind of straight. And it looks pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm getting ready to fix the stained Mary sign. And I'm not going to use that wood block. Actually, I reconsidered and I'm using these small, round, black, circular wood blocks that I got from those crafting trees. that you could get in the pack. So I just basically unscrewed the bottom of it, painted them black. I'm going to affix them to the Mary sign. So here I decided, like I did with the previous time, to mark where I need to place the Mary sign now that I'm hot gluing it. Okay, now that I'm placing this on the sign, I bumped the sign up too far. And the one thing about with this project, once you really affix a lot of the items here, they just stick. So I was like, fine, I'm not going to sweat it. So now I want to frou-frou up or pizzazz up the Mary sign. I'm using some glitter glue that I got from Dollar Tree and just going over the word Mary to give it a little sheen and give it a little bit more sparkle. And what I like about this is that with the glue, I didn't have to worry about, or I don't have to worry about Mod Podging it, where you just take a Mod Podge, going tracing over with the Mary sign, and sprinkle some of the glitter. But the one thing I did notice that you do have to use a lot, because I don't know if it's because it's just the Dollar Tree brand itself being glitter glue, or glitter in a glue bottle, or maybe there's another product that would give it more of the, or show more of the glitter on the Mary sign. But I continuously just keep adding it, and you can see some of the shimmer there, some of the glitter there, but I really want it to stand out. So since I am using glitter glue, I decided to take some glitter, actual glitter, and just go over it with the Mary sign. Since there is glue product that's already affixed to the sign, and I figured this will hold the glitter in place instead of there again using the Mod Podge method. So I'm just adding that to kind of frou-frou it up, give it a little pop. Adding the glitter to the Mary sign was a great idea. To me, it really enhanced it and gave it the pop that I desired for it to be. I did all right. Now, I decided to go ahead and frou-frou up the reindeer itself. So I took some of the Christmas, it comes for Dollar Tree, and I think it's like 12 in a pack or 6 in a pack. So what I did was I measure out around the neck of the reindeer and use my wire cutters just to cut off a piece so it can I can hot glue it around the reindeer neck. And I'm just using placement and bending it to get to the desired, I guess, curvedness. So Now, as you see, I'm adding my hot glue and going to affix it to the reindeer neck. Now I decided to add some greenery. If you watch one of my previous videos, this is some greenery that I removed from that silver farmhouse truck that I'm reusing. So I'm just looking at placement, eyeing how I want it to sit and look. And I decided to go ahead and use 3 of the leftover stems, and I'm going to place this greenery at the top. Now I decided to add some more greenery. These are some leaves that I cut off from an arrangement that I got from Hobby Lobby during their Christmas sales. So as you can see, I'm just cutting them off of the arrangements and just affixing them to the pine, the full pine that I have already added. I was going to just add those few sprigs, but it just did not look kind of sparse. Is that the correct way to say that? I think it is. So what I decided to do was just add more to thicken it up. Now this is an arrangement that I also got from Hobby Lobby. I'm just going to wire clip these and add them separately to the sage looking leaves that I just added to the faux pine. I'm also going to affix this pre-made bow that I got from Publix last year. So They were just sending my crafting supplies, and I think using, to me, sometimes pre-made bowls is pretty easy and straightforward. Now I have some pine cones from some crafting pine cones, and I'm just seeing what would take or what looks better. So I was thinking the pine cones, and now I'm going with this acorn. I really like the acorn, but I was back and forth thinking, okay, do I want the acorn or do I want the pine cones? To me, the pine cones was a bit much, so I am just going to use this wire acorn. Excuse me, yes, this not wire acorn, but this acorn and affix it to the middle of the bowl along with the wire stem. I truly believe in getting more for your money, so that's why I like buying different arrangements or different products where you can get more in bulk instead of a single, just one single thing. I know that's not the aspect all the time, but uh, when you can, you can. So now I'm just bending and cutting down the wire for this wire coil, and I just stuck it in my hot glue and affixing it to that pre-made bow. The acorn definitely look way better than the acorns. No, the pine cones. Okay. So I decided to add some jingle bells, frou-frouing up the wreaths that I have around the reindeer neck. So I have a box of jingle bells. So I decided to, why not add a little jingle bells to the wreaths. Anytime you hear Santa's sleigh with the reindeer, what do you hear? You hear jingle bells. And jingle bells is definitely one of my favorite things for the holidays. I love the sound of the bells. I don't know. Maybe that's just the witchy side of me. But definitely frou-frouing up the greenery that I have around the reindeer. It did need just a little leveling up. Looking at these reindeer signs, I did see the holes at the top because there was something, a string through it, so it could be hanged as a decoration, I'm assuming. So just to cover those holes, I am using some frosted berries from another floral arrangement that I have just to cover up these holes. I like these berries because they're not too bright and not too dark. They just have a middle of where they blend in, and the frostiness on them gives it that snowy wintertime vibe. I found this rustic type bell. I searched everywhere because there again, like I told you before, I have a box of jingle bells, but I could only find one. So I just go, as I say, just go with the flow of things. So I just use one of this rustic type bell and affix it to that bow. And now here is the final look of the, I call it wintry holiday reindeer sign. I really love it. I am so surprised at what my creativity could be. Others might can take this and elevate it to a whole nother level, but always remember crafting is about what you like, what speaks to you, what you feel. It doesn't have to be something that everybody else is doing or something that someone else had made. Just let the creativity flow. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment.